Hey friends, I don't know about you, but with all of the things that are happening in our world around us, sometimes I get a little stressed out and I get a little distracted from the trusting the Lord. And there's nothing better I've found that grounds me back and puts things in perspective than singing some good songs. So I recently was reading in a book, Patriarchs and Prophets, and it's talking about there in the first chapter how when Satan was in heaven, right as he was beginning his rebellion, God the Father called everyone together in heaven to address the issue with Satan and to explain what was going on. And after that, all of the angels in heaven started singing. It says that Satan got caught up in the music and the melody of the thousands and thousands of angels singing, and his heart yearned for the Lord and was overwhelmed with love for God the Father and God the Son. That was powerful to me to realize that had Satan just stayed in that place of singing, eternity could have been very different for him and for the rest of the universe. But it says he left there and he then continued in his harboring his spirit of jealousy and discontent. And then, he never turned back. But there was a glimpse of time there where he was safe by his singing. Another thing that happened to me last week, I was interviewing a guy and he was telling me about when he turned to the Lord. He said that when he was a teenager, he planned on committing suicide. And he said his plan was, and he acted his plan out. I was just blown away that in his plan, music was extremely important to him. He didn't tell me what the songs were, and it doesn't really matter to me. What really matters is that music was part of that little scheme. So music can have power for good and for evil. We know this from the story of David and Saul, how Saul, when he had his troubling spirit, how the music of David helped him. And so I would encourage you to use music for good. And I think, the example of John Huss in the great controversy when he was getting burned at the stake, it said that he was singing when it happened. And it says that everyone noticed in his martyrdom how he was at peace and that he was acting as if he was going to a marriage ceremony, even though he was going to be burned at the stake. And all that happened through the power of music. So I have a couple pageable suggestions for you on what you can do. One, whenever you're having a bad day, I encourage you to, I call it Psalm Roulette. Go to the book of Psalms and just start flipping through your Bible and just stop wherever you stop and read that psalm. Psalms are written songs, and there's some powerful psalms in the Bible. Here's one that I'd like to read. It's Psalms 121. It says, I will lift up mine eyes unto the hills from whence cometh my help. My help cometh from the Lord, which made heaven and earth. He will not suffer thy foot to be moved. He that keepeth thee will not slumber. This past weekend, I was camping with my daughter, Lucy, and we sang on the shore of Lake McDonald in Glacier National Park. And it was extremely powerful to be singing songs outside looking at the mountains. I'd never done that before. But I had a stressful week last week, and I really had peace in my soul just singing. We sang 6 hymns, and it was super healing to my mind and to my just general spirit. And we can do that here, or you can do it anywhere, but especially in North Idaho, we have lots of hills we can put our eyes up to and look at. And if the Lord can keep those hills day and night, he can definitely keep us. So you can do the same thing with a hymnal. Flip through the hymnal, and whatever song you find, sing it. It's pretty awesome. And if you don't know the words, read the lyrics. So that's my encouragement for you. Whenever you're having a bad day, sing some songs. Do it outside if you can, and watch it change your mental health and your general outlook for the day. Have a great week.